Hello, Scott here. Been a couple of months since I've done a video lesson, but I recently joined a new cover band and have been busy learning material for that. One of the tunes I've worked on is this Paramore song, Still Into You, that we'll look at today in detail. The first thing you need to know about this song is it's in drop D tuning, and although you can play 90% of the riffs in this song and very easily in standard tuning, there's a couple of points in the song where drop D tuning does pay off. So just go ahead and tune your low E string down to a D before we continue. Alright, the verse riff sounds like this. And here's what I'm doing. I'm going to play on the 3rd fret with 2nd finger. This is an F now. F. F repeats. A. 3rd finger, 3rd fret on the A string is C. And E with 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the D string. And notice that every other time we'll come back down and end on the C instead of ending on the E. So first time, end on E, 2nd time, end on the C. The notes of that, F, A, C, E, spell the chord F major 7, by the way, for those interested in the music theory part of it. The other verse riff is pretty straightforward. What we're going to do is take the F riff and swap out the note D, and I'm getting my D on the 5th fret of the 5th string. And then the rest of the notes are the same as the previous riff. So you'll hear, listening to the verse, that you'll hear the F riff twice, and then it'll alternate to the D riff, back to the F riff and the D riff again, and that's the structure of the verse. That verse riff has a really cool retro sound. Just for fun, do a side-by-side comparison of that with that old Phil Collins tune, Easy Lover. Listen to the verse in Easy Lover, then this, and you'll hear just a very, very similar vibe going on. It's a cool sound. Not quite done with the verse. So if you listen carefully, in addition to the riffs we just looked at, there's a 2nd guitar playing a higher part on the in the 5th position. I've got the main riff played into my loop station so we can hear these two parts together. So that's it. It's palm muted in the 5th position, and what's going on there is we'll get the A on the 5th fret of the E string 3 times, alternate picked. Then on the 2nd string, frets 8, 6, 5, fret 5 on the 3rd string. Now, the 2nd time through, we'll end on this E, come back to the E at the end of the riff. So that's that 2nd guitar part. If you're the only guitar in a cover band, probably not too important because you'll be playing the other riff, but you know, it's there in the song. At the end of the verse, there is a short section which you could think of as a really short pre-chorus, but either way, it's soft, palm muted power chords, and we'll have a B flat on frets 1 and 3 with a root note on the 5th string, C, 2 frets above that, and if we cross over to a root note on the 4th string, F, and And the rhythm of that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. There's a break and a drum fill and into the chorus. Okay, the chorus is going to have 4 chords in it, and we've seen most of them already. There's going to be a B flat, a C, and a D, all with root notes on the 5th string. And there's an F chord too, and this F chord is one of the places where the drop D tuning lets us do something cool. So this voicing of F, I have 1st finger at the 3rd fret, and then on the 3rd finger on the 3rd string, 5th fret, I've got a C, and then an F with my 4th finger on the 6th fret of the 2nd string, and that gives me this sound. And what's cool is it's a lot of notes, but there's no major third in there. The A and the F chord can get kind of muddy sounding when you kick on the overdrive, but this voicing is all roots and fifths and sounds cool. So the chorus rhythm is going to have these chords with 8th notes. B flat, C, F, B flat, C, F, B flat, C, D, F, B flat, C chord and break, and then that verse riff comes back. Now there's give that a careful listen. You'll hear a second guitar, in addition to the one that's chugging away on 8th notes, has this kind of a rhythm going on. Where you hear the notes ringing out a bit more. So there's I'm hearing 2 guitars playing the same chords with a bit different rhythm. One with the chugging 8ths and one banging on them and letting them ring out a bit more. After the second chorus, around 2:18 on the recording, we get the bridge. And the main bridge riff has this going on. And that's another spot where the drop D tuning comes into play, because I really hear that low D ringing out, which you can't get without that tuning. So what's going on, we'll have F on 3rd fret low string, 3rd fret on the D string, 2nd fret on the D string, and then the C 3rd fret on the 5th string. So that happens twice. Then with the low, open D, 2nd fret low string, 3rd fret low string, and then the C again on the A string. With a metronome, mine's set to 104. This part will sound like. Now that whole thing I just played there, the bridge is playing that 4 times, repeat it 4 times. Also during the bridge, you'll hear a second guitar playing some triads. They're a little buried, but the triads we'll hear are an F triad, which is just a D major chord shape at fret 5. D minor, which is frets 5, 6, 7 on the highest strings. And then a C major triad, which from high string down is fret 8, 8, 9. And there's a rhythm to it that sounds like... So we'll hear the F chord twice with that rhythm. And along with the other guitar's bridge riff should sound like this. And again, if you're the only guitarist in a cover band, that second guitar part probably won't come into play, but just good to notice that it's there. Alright, that should cover all the riffs for the song. I hope that the lesson is helpful, and I'll be back with another video lesson soon, and in the meantime, stop by and visit me at scottwilliamsguitar.com. Happy jamming, and we'll see you soon.